All right, now this is a great option for all you people who have backwoods cabins, mobile homes, houses, whatever. If you want an alternative heat source, I paid $80 for this thing, and it may need cleaning out or whatever. It doesn't always do exactly perfect. Now, in the trailer park, I can feel the heat coming out right now. Growing up in the trailer, it just had these little electric wall heaters in the trailer, and we about froze to death in there in these Kentucky winters. But it's just these, these little electric wall heaters wouldn't keep the trailer warm, it just wasn't enough to keep up, it was one of these older mobile homes. So we ended up getting a kerosene heater very much like this one. And it really kept the trailer warm. We went from freezing to death in the trailer in the mobile home to absolutely being warm enough by having this as a heat source in the mobile home. We put it in the middle of the living room floor. Just right out in the middle of the living room floor. And it might not have had the perfect heat, it might not have been, it was warm and it would just go throughout the trailer, for us. So I'll give you a quick walk around. This is from the 80s, I guess. It's got wood grain on it. It's kind of dark in here, but it's the Aladdin Model S 481U Temp-rite 10. And it is a kerosene heater, Aladdin. That's what ours was in the trailer. You see it has a place right here. You can put something on here and you can heat up water and boil water on here. If you want to humidify the air, if the air gets too dry, just sit a pan of water on there. Now this is your removable gas tank. Removable kerosene. I paid $5 and something for a gallon of kerosene today. Can you believe that? $5 for a gallon of kerosene. Pretty crazy. But yeah, you have an electric start on here, and it runs off batteries in the back. But another thing you can do to heat this thing up, this door comes off. This globe here, this glass globe comes off. You take the glass globe off and you light it with a cigarette lighter, It's pretty much works like an oil lamp. It looks like one of these old oil lamps. It works like one of those old oil lamps. You have a tank with the fuel goes down in the tank. You have a big wick. It's almost like a big sock. And it's dipped down in the kerosene, and it soaks in the kerosene. And the kerosene soaks it up to the very top of the wick, all the way up to the top of the wick. The kerosene does. And it goes up to the top of there, the kerosene does. And it just keeps it, it keeps it going, So it keeps it going right up to the top of there, the kerosene does. So, yeah, it works like that. It works, you just light it manually. You don't even have to have the little electric lighter thing. You don't even need that. You could light it manually. You can cook on here just, with anything, beans or whatever, right on the top of this kerosene heater. It works great, So all of you cabin lovers, tiny house lovers, mobile home dwellers, whatever your thing is. Now I think a van or a camper, it may be too big to go in a van or a camper. It may suck up too much air. But you got to have it going right, because if you don't have it going correctly, now I found it's, buying stuff on Marketplace, it's hard to, find anything. People don't want to respond, or people can't get to, people can't meet up with each other for whatever reason. Different reasons people can't meet each other, It's really not, so finding someone that can meet you. I'm glad I got this. The woman said she was on oxygen. That's why she couldn't use a kerosene heater. So that's pretty much what that is. And what do you think? It's a great heat source, I think. I stand behind it because it's reliable and these are very simple. And we lived in a mobile home, and it was an early 70s mobile home, but the electric heaters were just wall-mounted space heaters. These were just wall-mounted space heaters, on the walls of each room of the trailer, but they didn't put out much heat, you know. And in the winter, the trailer wasn't insulated very well, and it was cold on that trailer with those little space heaters. You got to have a wood stove, you know, in a mobile home that's not insulated very well, built back in the 70s. You know, not much insulation, not very good electric heat. You know, you got to have something good in there. You got to have a kerosene heater. You got to have a wood stove, your potbelly stove, something good that's really reliable, you know, to give you heat. That's what it's really all about. So, you know, burning fossil fuels is a good thing. You know, fossil fuels are reliable. You know, they give good heat, and coal is a good source of heat. You know, for the property, a place, something like this, kerosene heater is what I bought for the property. And if I'm doing projects out here in this garage, working out here or wherever I'm at, this heater is a great thing to use because, you know, it's going to heat this garage up. But the only thing is this garage has a 10-foot ceiling. So I will catch you on the flip side. What do you think of this heater? Pretty good. You know, $80 may be a lot of money, but hey, it's working, you know. And the woman said she was pretty honest. She said it worked. So I didn't have a chance to test it out, but it's so simple and it's such a basic design. You know, it works like a glorified gas lamp. You know, one of those old 1800s gas lamps. It works like one of those gas lanterns or lamps. So pretty much the same concept. So we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.